welcome to a little bit of a different video. So today's video is going to be a collab with Erin Does the Keto. We are going to both be talking about why I left Weight Watchers. Why we left Weight Watchers. You get it. So both of us are converts to keto from Weight Watchers. It's actually how we met. We met on YouTube a few years ago, and we both had YouTube channels doing Weight Watchers. So I can start out by saying thank you to Weight Watchers for introducing me to Erin, because without Weight Watchers, I probably would not have met her. So that's probably where the positive thank you to Weight Watchers ends. I'm sorry to say. And I'm going to try really hard not to get ranty and just explain why keto is better than Weight Watchers, or why Weight Watchers didn't work for me. And I know I'm not the only one. I am so sorry. My bird will not shut up. You know what? I'm going to pause. I'm going to cover up his cage while I do this because he's starting to irritate me. Okay, I'm back. I put a blanket over his cage. He'll shut up for a little while. He doesn't like it that I'm in the room and he can't see me. If I was over closer to the TV, he'd be able to see me. But I wanted to film right here. I was going to film by the Christmas tree, but then I had to figure out a different way to set up my phone. So, this is why we're doing this. Okay, so where was I? Weight Watchers. Right, Weight Watchers. I got some coffee here. I'm basically spilling the tea on Weight Watchers. Yeah. Spilling the tea on Weight Watchers. Oh, this is good. I use that skinny syrup foam pump thing. It's good. Okay. Anyway, the point of this video. My first foray, if you will, into Weight Watchers was in 2012. I remember it was February 2012. I got on the scale and I was horrified because I was at that point 213 pounds. And I'm like, I have to do something. At that point I had a roommate who she thought she was fat. First of all, she wasn't fat, but that's another video. She suggested doing Weight Watchers online. At that time it was Points Plus. And I'm like, okay. So I did it. I did Points Plus from, that was February to June. February to June, did great. I lost like 40 pounds. I got down to 179. I think 213 to 179. I don't know what that is. Do the math. That's how much weight I lost from February to June. In June, I got my wisdom teeth out. And I remember using that as an excuse to eat pasta and pasta sauce because I didn't have to chew it. Seems silly that I even remember this. And then, so that was June. And then my birthday was in July. It was my 25th birthday. Is that right? Maybe. I had a big party. So I was like, whatever, I'll just get back on it after my birthday party. Well, I never got back on it after that. Because then after July, then I went on vacation. And then it was holiday. And whatever. Next thing I know, it's now 2013. And through all of this, I'm paying for Weight Watchers. I think it was like $20 a month. I'm not using it. I'm sure I restopped and restarted a couple of times. I don't know. And then I think I was still paying for it all this time when the first introduction of Smart Points came to be. And I remember thinking that at first it was a good idea because they changed the macros, basically, that the points were created from. Like, it used to be carbs, protein, fat, sugar. I don't remember what the macros were on Points Plus, but they changed them when they changed them to Smart Points. So things were worth more points, I think, but you were allotted more points. I think, I can't remember, this is a long time ago. This is how I remember it. And at first I thought, okay, this is good. And the way Smart Points worked is it sort of forced you to eat less sugar, and it forced you to eat less processed food, which was good. And I'm like, okay, awesome, this is good, because that's what it was. It was like chicken breast used to be like 3 or 4 points for 4 or 5 ounces, whatever it was, and now it was like 1 point or 2 points. So things like whole real food was lower in points, and processed things were higher in points. I think that's kind of what happened when Smart Points was a thing. And it sounds good, right? It sounds like, okay, that makes sense, and it does. So Smart Points was harder for me to get used to, because when I lost all my weight at Weight Watchers, I was eating. Do you remember Smart Ones? They were the frozen meals in the red box. I was eating that, like a little side salad and a yogurt every day for lunch at work. In 2012, when I lost all my weight, I was eating that every day, because those were pretty low in points. They had the points plus values on the box, and I did really well. I was basically eating nothing but processed food, but I was losing weight, so I didn't care. It made me happy. So then when Smart Points came about, I couldn't eat that anymore. And I think that's why Smart Points failed for me, because it sort of rocked in my head of how I lost weight was the way I ate on Points Plus, which worked. Doesn't mean it was good, but it did work. So Smart Points kind of like changed things, but in my head it made sense. So I think Smart Points, I was eating a lot of chicken, a lot of egg whites, because egg yolks had points, but egg whites did not. So I was eating a lot of egg whites. Fine, whatever. I lost a little bit of weight on Smart Points. I probably lost 20 of the 50 or whatever that I had gained, plus what I lost, plus whatever else I gained back. Because at that point, I was heavier than the 213 from when I started with in 2012. This is where there's a problem with Weight Watchers. I'll get to that. So, and mind you, all this time I'm paying for it. So this is probably 2 years at this point, $20 a month. Do the math. I should have actually planned this out and written this all out and figured out when I started, when I stopped. But I almost don't want to know, because it's just going to piss me off. So, Smart Points, okay, cool. Didn't last that long, because I got tired eating chicken, vegetables, and like little things, like this much rice, this much potatoes, or like whatever. Because, mind you, this whole time fruits and vegetables are free, except for like some things. Like corn, I think, on Smart Points, and I don't remember if corn was points and Points Plus. It might have been, I don't know. But corn is points, potatoes are points, you know. So Smart Points, it worked for me for a while, and then I think I got down to 189. And this was in June of 2016. So June of 2016, I got down to 189, and I'm like, this is awesome. Went to the beach with some friends, fell off the wagon again. It seems to, I usually do really good from February to June. And then once June hits, so it's happened to me twice now. So 2012 and 2016, I lost a bunch of weight and then gained it all back on Weight Watchers, falling off in June. You couldn't say that's my fault. Yes, it is my fault for not sticking with it. But Weight Watchers it's not designed for sustainability, and I'll get to that in a second. So I gained it all back, right? So this is 2016. I think it's 2016. I could be off with my years a little bit. So then I think it was after that, because then I think it was the beginning of 2017, probably January-ish, because that's when everybody starts resolutions. And that's when Weight Watchers makes all their money. That's where I'm starting to get angry. Anyway, so then they introduce freestyle. This is where Weight Watchers loses me. This is where Weight Watchers pisses me off. This is the dumbest thing that I have ever come across in my life. In theory, when I first figured out what it was, I thought, this is great. It's not great. I had canceled my Weight Watchers membership. At this point, I wasn't paying for Weight Watchers anymore. When Freestyle came out, I thought, let's do this. Sign my ass back up. I don't think I ever lost more than 5 pounds on Freestyle. And I did it for like probably 6 months. Freestyle is ridiculous. And this is why. You cannot make chicken, eggs, fish, all these lean meats. You cannot make them 0 points. And this is why. Because your target audience, the people that you are selling to, have problems with portion control. These people overeat. So do not tell me you can't get fat off of boneless, skinless chicken breast and eggs. Yes, you can if you eat enough of it, because you are still consuming way more calories than you burn. Are you consuming them eating real healthy food? Yes. Is it good that you're eating real healthy food? Yes. But you're eating it in excess because you can, because it's 0 points. Therefore, you do not lose weight. If you have a group of people that one of the things that they struggle with is portion control, self-control, whatever you want to call it, you can't tell them they can eat as much friggin' chicken and eggs as they want. You just can't do that. Because then that means in theory, you could eat 1,000, 1,500 calories in 0 point foods, because vegetables, fruit, all that stuff has carbs, it has points. It has it doesn't have points. Woo. It has carbs, it has fat, it has calories. You can get 1,000 to 2,000 calories a day of 0 point foods, and then you still have your 26 to 35, however many points left that you can eat garbage. So now you're going to eat 1,500 calories of chicken, eggs, veggies, whatever, fruit, all that stuff, and then eat a bunch of treats and simple carbs to use up your points. Now you're at like 3,000 calories a day, and you wonder why you're not losing weight. Because Weight Watchers has designed it for you to fail. Because then you feel like you're doing the right thing because you're eating healthy foods, but you're not measuring them. You're not keeping track of how much you are putting into your body. That way, when you only lose a little bit of weight, or you stay pretty maintained, you keep going, but you're still paying them, and they're still making money off of it. I think when Freestyle came to be was when I lost respect for Weight Watchers. I loved Weight Watchers because it worked. But now that I'm not doing it and I see how irresponsible it is, I'm now regretting my entire Weight Watchers journey. Because it was just them. It was them. They know what they're doing. They know how to make money off of people. They know that people are going to fall off and then come back. Because how many people do you think have joined Weight Watchers, fallen off, canceled, kept paying them, whatever, rejoined? I have I probably can list 10 or 15 people just that I know that have signed up for Weight Watchers more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, because it is not sustainable. Keto is sustainable. Keto is a lifestyle, not a diet. Weight Watchers likes to say that they're a lifestyle, not a diet. I call bullshit. It's a diet. It is. Because you can do keto and not count anything other than carbs. If you're doing carnivore keto, you really don't have to count anything at all. There is science behind keto as to why keto works, especially for people with hormonal issues such as myself. And I'm eating food that's filling, like fat fills you up. Protein, which is Weight Watchers and Freestyle and all that, is super heavy protein. And it doesn't keep you full. It fills you up, but it doesn't keep you full, if that makes any sense. You also eat a ton of like light ranch and light cheese and all this crap. Well, all that's chemicals anyway. None of that is real food. So you're putting things in your body that fit your points, but that doesn't make them good for you. So I kind of feel like this video has been all over the place. But anyway, that is why I switched from Weight Watchers to keto. At the same time, I'm not someone that I've lost a ton of weight on keto. And that's not keto's fault. That's my fault for not sticking with it. Because I get frustrated, I fall off. That's my own fault. So I'm not sitting here preaching keto like, look at all this weight I've lost, because I honestly haven't. But I feel better. Like, my brain functions better. I have more energy. I have less anxiety. I don't feel like I spend 100% of the time thinking about foods and calculating points and doing all this stuff. And also, I'm not paying Weight Watchers to do it. I'm not paying anyone to do it. So